want your business to go to another level. You must try to learn and hear something new. So make the change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Tony Harris Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to the Marketing Strategies with Drastic Results show with Tony Harris Taylor. I just love my theme song. It gets me ready for every show. So I want to introduce you to myself. I am the CEO and founder of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching, where I teach especially service-based entrepreneurs and franchisees how to get known, get connected, so that they can get paid to grow their business. I'm also a franchise owner myself with Network in Action Global Partners, where I run 3 groups: a franchise supplier group, a national network, and also a local Northeast Houston network. We bring business owners together to develop their business, help them become better marketers, salespeople, and get intentional referrals. Hey, y'all. Hey. So I am so excited to be here with our guest. And I want to talk about today the power of following through as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and a franchise owner. What do I mean by following through? Doing what you say you're going to do. And that sometimes becomes a challenge because sometimes when you say you're going to do something, things change and you just can't get it done. But in that case, you must be accountable. And what's important to really understand here is you are building know, like, and trust in the communities that you are networking in. And if you promise to do something and then you don't, then your credibility has gone down. Now, get it. Nobody's perfect at this. Certainly, I have made my share of not following through and losing deals because of it. So this is why I'm passionate about it today. So how do you make sure that you follow through? Number one, you have systems in place to remind you. It can be as simple as telling Google, Siri, or Alexa, I hesitate to say her name because she may light up, but telling them when to remind you, right? Using that computer that we all carry in our hand 24/7 to set reminders. If it's an important relationship, it's not optional. So you must do the things that you say you're going to do to establish know, like, and trust. It also makes you referable. So it is more powerful for you to come and say, you know, that thing I said I could do, I can't do it. But here's a person that can get it done for you. Let me make that connection. Or if you don't know anyone, I'll be looking out for someone who can help you with that thing. Being accountable, owning. A lot of times people are ashamed to own that they dropped the ball. They can't do it. And when you do drop the ball, it's never too late to go back and say, you know what? I dropped the ball on this thing. And it's important that I acknowledge that I dropped the ball. Do you want me to still do it? Or can I help find you someone to do it? And people respect that. So follow through is key to helping you build know, like, and trust. Well, follow through got me to our next guest. And I'm not going to tell the story now. I'll let her tell it when I bring her on. But we are bringing on Katelyn Sethi, who is with a franchise brand, DES Employment Group. And it was follow through that endeared her to me and we are fast friends now, doing things together. And we met 2 years ago. So follow through works. It's part of your branding, and it helps people be able to know, like, and trust you. We'll be right back with my guest, Katelyn Sethi.
Are you a franchisor grappling with how to stimulate your franchisees' growth and revenue? Are the phrases, "I'm not comfortable networking," "I'm an introvert"? Enter Tony Harris-Taylor, your answer to these challenges. With her expert guidance and program, you can empower your franchisees to conquer networking and community outreach. Tony's program is designed to equip your franchisees with the skills and confidence to show up to the right events with the right people. It goes beyond making connections. It's about nurturing and leveraging these relationships. It's about following up, collaborating, and generating leads and referrals to maximize conversions. And ultimately, increased revenue for your franchisees and for you, the franchisor. Are you ready to unlock this potential? Reach out to us at 832-479-2088. Let's embark on this journey of growth and success together.
Welcome back with my guest, Katelyn Sethi, the director at DES Employment Group. Hey, girl, hey.
Well, hello. Hi, Tony. Hi, her followers. I am so happy to be here. It feels like deja vu, to be honest. It feels like this is
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I like for you to tell our story. So
Yeah.
I like to say that I have love stories with a lot of people in my network. So would you share our love story, please?
Of course. Well, like Tony mentioned, we met 2 years ago at an IFA convention in San Diego. I think it was the beginning of the year in 2022. And I was actually there honoring our franchisee because he was franchisee of the year for IFA. And I ran right into Tony because she was just standing there in her beautiful red suit, had her red traveling bag with her. And I had to go up to her and talk to her. I knew she was someone special. And I just could not stop awing at her bag. And here we are. I have my own version of Tony's bag, a gold one, of course, to match my aesthetic, and a really close friend now. So, I mean,
I love that. And so I'm going to tell you how that happened, my version of the story. So
Yeah.
she's like, girl, I love your bag. I'm like, you want one? Let's schedule a one-to-one. And y'all know the blood of networking for me is the one-to-one. We got on a one-to-one and we got to know each other. I really did like her. And where I got the bag, it's a unique place. It's not everywhere. It's not on Amazon. Well, I hadn't looked for it there. Anyway, it's at a beauty supply in the hood over here where I live. So I'm like, let me call you on Facebook and you can pick out the bag you want. And she did. I followed through. I shipped her the bag, and that endeared her to me. Did I have to do that? I could have said thank you and kept it moving. But I wanted to give back. And what did it cost me? A few minutes of my time, but it makes her happy. Now, where's that bag been since you got it?
Oh my, it's been in all my excursions. So it's been to Portugal, it's been to Amsterdam, Brussels, Paris. I mean, you'll see it traveling on trains with me. Any convention I go to, it's my go-to bag. It's funny how much it's grown into my favorite bag. So set up on one-on-one with Tony and you might get a bag out of it.
I know. So I just love that story. Let's talk about DES. Tell us in your own words, who is DES?
Yeah, so DES Employment Group is a staffing agency. When you think of staffing, you think of temp daily work, which we do do sometimes, but we focused and changed our business model to pivot what the needs of the job market and employers are. And that's long-term skilled laborers or upper executive, higher caliber candidates. And so we switch it up a little bit, and we realize that it's about the quality over quantity. And a lot of our franchisees has followed that concept now and has proven it to be successful. So here we are today, you know, trying to spread the message of our franchise system because it's a proven model, and we were mainly in the Midwest, but we're excited to go coast to coast. We just opened an office this year in California. So we're ready to go to the other side of the coast now.
And so you're looking for franchisees
Yes.
who want to own their own employment agency.
Correct. Yeah.
Describe them. Who's the best franchisee?
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you're interested, definitely reach out. But, you know, because it is a staffing model, you know, those that are in HR or staffing, of course, would be a great fit. Serial entrepreneurs that have just worked with a lot of different industries and understand the needs of the job market, employees, employers. And then, of course, you know, anyone that's worked with large companies like manufacturing, industrial industries that, you know, would like to jump into owning their own business and being their own boss. It is an owner operator, though. I do grant that staffing is a chaotic industry. It's not made for the weak. It's not made for the weak. It's in your blood every single day you wake up, and that's why you're happy to be alive. And that's kind of what staffing's been for the last 3 years for me. Did not think that would happen.
So what's your role, and how did you get into DES?
Yeah. So I'm the director for business development and franchise. I came to DES a few years ago just as a temp, just working in their office. I actually was into politics. So I didn't think that this was going to be anything big. It was right after the election, of course. And, you know, everything going on with COVID, they needed some extra help. And I went there back when I was an intern in high school. And, you know, they saw that I was looking for a job, and I told them this is not what I was looking for. But, you know, right now, temporarily, while I'm looking for a different job, I'll stay, and got those job offers. But I mean, I woke up every day happy and satisfied. And my purpose in life is to help people and serve the community. And I thought that was through politics, but I didn't know it was going to be through staffing. You see right there the effects of it. And, you know, not only employees, but employers too, these small businesses, these small mom and pops, especially during COVID, that were struggling to keep their doors open. And I saw the effects that we made by finding them reliable, quality candidates that have grown with the business to this day. So I did not know this was my purpose in life, but here I am.
Well, I'm excited. Don't you love how when you look back on a story, you were there for a few weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's become so much bigger for you, and you love it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I tell people all the time, don't worry about what you're going to get out of something. You can't even see it. And so I love how you took that opportunity. The owner must have loved you, and here you are. So let's talk about the owner and the their trajectory from going from a solo business into then franchising their business.
Yeah, so our franchise history started in 2006. That's when staffing and franchising together was really hot. I mean, two separate things, but it showed to be a viable business. We had at that time, I believe, about 7 or 8 franchised operated locations. And so we decided to keep growing and growing. This past year, we've actually gotten a new owner for DES. It's our 25th year anniversary too. So we're celebrating 1 year with him and our 25th years of operating in business. And he's just taken our franchise model to a whole nother level. He was a franchisee and saw the value of being a franchisee and what he wanted in his system and wanted to implement that as a franchisor. So he has invested heavily into our franchise system. I think that is honestly solely one of the main reasons why he bought DES, because of the franchise potential and how he wanted to be on the other side of that system and that model and assist those that are looking to be their own operators and owners. So it's really great, all the stuff that he's implemented and, you know, kind of honestly gearing us to be a more suitable business model for anyone and everyone across not just the Midwest, but the United States. So
wow. Well, I love that he was once a franchisee and then he was able to buy the business. So that is exciting.
Franchisor. It's amazing.
Yeah. And become a franchisor. I want to meet this guy, by the way, because he 100%. Sounds drastic.
Oh, he is definitely drastic. He has a whole lifetime of stories. He's an amazing guy to learn from, and I'm super honored to work under him and be his director of franchise.
So we didn't prep for this question, but I think you can handle it.
Put it on me.
So when it comes to hiring
Mhm.
and finding the right career, what advice could you give to people in your age group, millennial?
Oh, people in my age group. I think you need to figure out what you're passionate about. And I mean, I never knew it was staffing. It might just fall into your lap and you realize it's the right fit, but you need to tailor your career towards what you're passionate towards. We have a resume workshop that we do here in Omaha every month. And
Okay.
there's so many people that come through that have these amazing skill sets and experience, but are having issues finding the right job for them. And the biggest issue that I've noticed is that they're kind of all over the place. I'm a jack of all trades. When you're applying for a job, you don't want to be a jack of all trades. You want to be the superstar of that trade. So, my recommendation is, making sure that you're focusing, having that vision to what you think success is, and not having all these extras on the side. The new owner, Dr. Aaron Christopher, he always tells me, I really love working with you because you're a racehorse. If anything I need to do is put blinders on you, instead of a mule, you'll have to kick. So you have to kind of have that streamlined focus to find the career that you really want.
Yeah. And then we can go back to the basic things of doing what you say you're going to do, being on time, following up and following through, and then putting your best foot forward always is
I hope
important.
that's a given. But sometimes it's a good reminder, just like the
Yeah.
resume workshops. You think that you learned it in high school once and it's done, but no, times have changed, and you have to stay with your word. You have to stay for your word.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to ask you the two questions I ask all my guests. We'll be right back with Katelyn Sethi. We're back with my guest, Katelyn Sethi, director at DES Employment Group. Before I ask my two questions, something came to me during the break. What's the hottest job opportunities out there right now?
Yeah. So one thing we didn't dive into is DES has a few different models in their business. So the main umbrella one is DES Employment Group, which is, the basic, the upper, entry level clerical positions like receptionist, admin, as well as manufacturing, industrial, so warehouse, production, pre-construction as well. So right now, at least in Omaha area, I'm seeing a lot of people that are looking for a little mix of everything because of layoffs. So, there's IT, there's a lot of skilled laborers like forklift operators, warehouse managers, CDL drivers. There's quite a bit going on. This job market this last few years has not been the best. And so people come to DES because we sit down with them and we actually see what their career goals are, not only short term, but long term. So we can be like the match.com for them. So honestly, it's a variety right now. So definitely contact me if you're in one of our areas in the Midwest. Contact one of our offices. We can help you find that career, find that match. Or if you want to be an owner operator, contact us to be a franchisee. I'd be your gal for that.
Awesome. We'll give you your contact information at the end. So here's the two questions. Number one, how important has networking been to the success of your business?
Yeah, well, I mean, networking is huge in every business, to be honest. If you're not involved in networking, walk out that door right now, find a lunch, find a social hour, find a chapter group, find someone, because networking is the way to make your business expand. People buy from people they know and people that they can relate to or emote with. And so if they don't know you, that's already half your population right there. That's half your demographic right there. So, networking, getting your face out there is brand exposure, is creating and building those relationships. Especially nowadays, it's not just about sales. If you get that sales call, you immediately hang up. You see that email, you immediately delete. If you go networking and you meet these people regularly, if you have a drink with them, you want to do business with them.
Mhm.
So especially in Omaha area, I know networking is huge. And I honestly have met my boyfriend through networking. Did not know that was coming. A few years later, it happened. And then, of course, my closest friends are through networking. So there's a lot of power behind it. If you're not doing it, like I said, walk out that door after the show.
And go find someone, go show up somewhere. Excellent. Excellent. I'll have to hear the boyfriend story later.
Yeah, we'll
So my last question is, what's the biggest drastic step you've had to take in your life or business?
That's a really hard question. I've been thinking about that. Like I said, staffing is chaotic. So I feel like every day is drastic. You have to be on your toes. But I think the biggest thing is understanding what my value is in this world and being confident in that. So like I said, I thought my purpose was to serve others, and thought it was through politics, and everything happens for a reason. DES came into my energy, came into my community, and I can't just deny working with them. Same with franchising. I did not have any experience when I became a director a few years ago. I learned, I was mentored by amazing people. I went to the conferences and the conventions. I just jumped in. And I think every day, just jumping in, being on your toes is drastic. Make every day drastic.
Yay. I love that answer. Say that again.
So that's probably gonna be your tagline or testimonial now. You'll just see that.
I love it. Make everything drastic. I'm probably going to borrow it. Yes, that's what I do.
Okay.
I get the best nuggets from my network, right? Sometimes too, the value your network gives is not a new client. It's not money. It's just a resource, a nugget that changes the game. So very, very grateful to have met you. Well, tell everyone how to get in touch with you if they're interested in becoming a franchisee with DES, or maybe they have a staffing need in the Midwest.
Of course. Yeah. And we're also located in California, and we have offices everywhere else as well. So yeah, if you want to become a franchisee, I highly recommend going to my LinkedIn, Katelyn Sethi. It has a lot of videos about the different departments we have. So we mentioned DES Employment Group, but there's 9 to 5, which is more upper executive clerical positions. We have patient care, which is of course medical staffing, IT, which is iTech. So we have various different departments that you can look at for the business models, and it's all on my LinkedIn. So definitely follow me, watch there, reach out to me. You can also email me anytime or call our office. I believe she has the phone number just right below. Anytime you want to just reach out, have any questions, even if you're not wanting to be a franchisee and just want to understand our model a little bit more, give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you.
And she is just sweet as pie. I just adore her. And so
as long as it's pecan pie.
Pecan pie. Okay, I'll keep that in mind too.
Little nutty.
All right, Katelyn, thank you so much for the opportunity to learn more about DES and why follow through is so important for business, and that DES is looking for franchisees. I think that's awesome. When we come right back, we'll be back with my final thoughts. Pick up your copy of Show Up, Be Up, Follow Up to Blow Up at showuptoblowup.com. And if you're not a part of my Facebook six-figure community, join the group at sixfigurenetwork.com, thesixfigurenetwork.com. Wasn't that a great conversation? Remember, what got us together was the bag and me following through on honoring my commitment to get her a bag. We stayed connected on social media, and that's why 2 years later, we are still friends. So all of these things work together for the good of everybody involved. You just have to get these strategies down, turn those contacts into relationships, and you never know where it's going to take you. I really appreciate you all watching. Please share the show. Sharing is caring. And let everybody know why this is a good show to learn from and get their networking on. And so if you are interested in being a guest, reach out to me, send me a DM in your favorite social platform. I'm on all of them, and let's talk about what's possible. This is Tony Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow, and we will see you next week. Bye.